continuing this conversation with the Blazers, again, 503-864-6326 is the fan text line or over on YouTube. Some thoughts real quick. Rest Deni to the point. He'll still reach the 65-game threshold because with the way things are going, that 65 limit's going to knock a lot of MVP contenders, so Deni might be able to win by default. My friends, Deni is not going to win the MVP. However, the 65 games does put him in the spot for some other accolades that he could win, that he could get.
I like accolades.
I do kind of like accolades, too.
Accolade sounds like a Greek name. Acolytes.
But for him to hit 65 games, that is 17 more of the next 24. I think that would be pretty optimistic, personally, because, and this is kind of what I was teasing going into the break, like, I hate saying this because I don't want to be a fan of a team that doesn't want success. This team is not going to win a title this year. And although playoffs always breed experience, crunch situations, kind of nut up or shut up, as Lanning would say, I kind of am more down for this team to just sit by with Deni, let him get healthy, don't worry about Shea, run Scoot out there, see what he can do, etc., and get to the offseason, maybe a nicer draft pick, and not worry about it. Is that very half empty of me?
No, I think
because I'm a half full guy, but it feels half empty.
I think it's 5 toes.
5 toes, okay.
It's like I want to have a nice little thing, but I also want this nice little thing.
Well, because I think we got a little spoiled at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. The Blazers were really good at the beginning of the year, and it kind of, knee-jerk reaction shifted kind of what we thought the expectations might be, and now we're kind of seeing record-wise, it got.
Buddy, I said 40 wins, and I'm staying at 40 wins, and I've been staying at 40 wins.
How it got here is not how we expected, but we are where the Blazers kind of thought they would be. So my thought has always been next year, and if I'm at the point now where I've got Deni who's got that messed up back, I'm starting to look at next year.
Well, let's go ahead and sprinkle in you're getting a new owner who's trying to evaluate everything right now.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the whole idea. Is like everybody wants to pretend like things are
Joe
black
and Tiago ain't 5 toes and down.
No, that's what I mean.
No, not at all.
And people are like, well, then they need to go. And it's like, well, do they? Is Tiago the head coach going forward? I think he's done a lot.
I think he's done a lot too. Do I know that? No, I don't know that answer.
And
is Joe the GM going forward? No, I don't know that answer.
But
I think Joe's done some cool stuff.
And that's the thing is like, do you want to pull the plug on what you've done, or do you want to continue building something?
Mm-hmm.
But because you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Very much so.
But if Deni's back is to a point where it is a thing where the question you have to ask yourself is the injury itself, like, is he going to – I'm not talking about, like, can he is it going to feel good? Because it's not going to feel good.
No.
It's a back. But can he aggravate the injury or make it worse by playing? If the answer is yes, he should probably be shut down. But if it's a matter of dealing with comfort, like if it's a herniated disc, it's like, yeah, dog, you gotta you gotta
that's easy.
You know what I mean? Like, because you can make that worse, and more of it can become a larger issue. Like, and then it can spread to other things and surgeries and all those kind of things. Right?
It's the hardest injury to figure out, especially in basketball. Soft tissue.
Yeah, soft tissue. It's calves. It's hamstrings.
Yeah.
It's backs.
They all lead to terrible things if you push them too far.
So, but the thing is, like, with this is like, is this a one that's going to cause like an imbalance in his body, or is just a level of comfort? Because that's the difference. We talk about this in sports at least pretty frequently. The difference between playing hurt and playing injured. Most guys play hurt. Like, that's a thing that just happens.
Yeah.
But you can't play injured.
No.
I mean, you can, but that's how, you end up tearing your Achilles.
Hurt is a choice.
Yes.
Injuries are not choices.
Yes, exactly. Hurt is how much Toradol, how much, of the injection do you want? How much of the pills do you want? How much of the tape do you want? How much of the ice do you want? Like, are you willing to do the ice bath for 15, 20 minutes after the game and have your foot turn black? Like, and again, most fans, I don't think realize this. Most guys do.
Yeah.
So
I know we sit here and laugh about lack of effort in NBA or stuff like that. I mean,
I see
guys
a guy,
are still trying.
I see a guy walk into a locker room and he can't stand up.
Yeah.
Like his back's bothering him, or his hamstring's so tight that, he's using a scooter after the game or being wheelchaired to their car.
Again, we brought it up last week, the Steve Nash, where Steve Nash at the end of his career, his back was so bad he had to lay flat.
He had to lay on his stomach or on his back with a massage pack and heat on his back so it did not get tight on him. And still playing at an MVP level.
Yeah, is that the route you want to go? Looking at the schedule, there are only 2 back-to-backs left. So that's nice.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, and only 2 more back-to-backs in the next 24
They have
games.
2 5-game road trips, though.
And that's really what it's going to be. One of them coming up right here in Chicago on Thursday. That's where you're going to have to look at it, like almost the Rob Will treatment. You know he's not going to play on both those back-to-backs. What kind of games? Now, here's a question, Danny. I'm trying to word this correctly.
Do you
because
play them against the bad teams and not the good teams?
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. And I know
get the wins you can, and then
if he's good to go, he's going to want to go.
Yes.
So I didn't want to acknowledge that, but it's like Minnesota on Tuesday. I might sit you. At Chicago on Thursday, it might be a nice little game to play. Charlotte's playing pretty scrappy. Maybe I sit you against Charlotte.
They've got the Spurs, I think, twice in the remaining the season, right? I think is what it is.
Let's see.
They've got them once, right?
Spurs on ESPN on Wednesday, April 8th. I think it's just that.
Okay, so a game against the Spurs, well, it's ESPN, so they're going to want them to play. But I'm saying, like, as an example, like OKC or the Spurs or something like that, you're like...
At Houston, pass.
I mean, they beat Houston twice.
At Denver.
That's tough.
Pass.
At altitude, on the road.
It's a Sunday on NBA TV.
Yeah.
Do you look at guys like Dallas isn't very good, but do you look at guys like Cooper? Can he get physical on Deni coming down the lane?
I mean, if Coop's playing.
That's a fair point.
I mean, Dallas, like, look, we're getting teams. We talked about tanking last week. They're not steering into the skid. They're off the cliff.
Yeah.
What, the Kings have lost 15 straight now? 16?
Well, did you hear the Sixers fans chanting "Fire Morey" because they lost by what 25 to New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that.
I love 82 game seasons because you get those.
You can't do that.
It's just funny.
You can't do that.
We were in Baltimore and watched them score. What was it 78 points in the paint?
That's true. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
I try to block that out of my brain. Danny, you are Joe Cronin, Tiago Splitter.
Mm-hmm.
How do you approach this? I mean, obviously the day to day.
It's the day to day unless the doctors are telling me differently.
Mm-hmm.
Because Denny's a psychopath and he wants to play, but you also have to protect him from himself. So there's some navigation of that, or you're making an organizational decision that's going to be driven by Joe Cronin and new ownership, which is we're gonna pull the plug. We're gonna pull the plug, and that's like we're gonna pull the plug on him. We're gonna pull the plug on Shaden. You know, Shaden's got his deal already. He's not a situation where he has to worry about
more of a protected asset at this point than see what we've got, sort of thing, quote unquote.
Like, don't get me wrong, I want to see Shaden play. I want to see him develop and figure things out.
Yeah, we still have questions on.
Oh
Shaden.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't have questions about Deni. Got 0 questions about Deni. It's a matter of like, can he fine tune some things? But he's a stamped all-star.
As this texter reminds us, everybody wants to know about the Chicago pick.
That's I was saying that's an organizational decision because if they make the playoffs, they're going to convey the pick to the Bulls. But if you're going to shut Deni down, you might as well shut stuff down.
And shut it all down.
That's what I mean. Like, just shut it down.
Shut him down. Shut Shaden down.
And then it becomes rest for other guys. And you just kind of manage things. You don't play guys 30-plus minutes.
It might push you to figure out this Caleb Love situation, though.
Yeah.
Because if you do shut down 2 scoring guard-esque, Shaden the guard, Deni the forward guard combo, whatever you want to call it.
Or you just play him once a week, basically, for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So, but... Yeah, no, it's an organizational decision, and I can see the merits of both sides. That's kind of where I fall on that. But I would start with status quo of managing him day to day. But if medically there are other things that are there, then you have to very much consider it, and it's going to be an organizational decision.
You're Tom Dundon.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I think I need to see everything. I need to see the medicals. I need to talk to Deni. I need to talk to Joe. I need to talk to Tiago, and I need to figure out exactly what I want to do. And how it go? Like, what are we looking at? What is more important? If I'm Tom Dunn, I look at Joe. What is most important right now? Is it the small chance that we move into the top 4? Like, because they've got people that work in the analytics department that they're doing these scenarios. They've crunched the numbers on what is possible and likelihoods because you do that with everything.
Sure.
So, okay, what's the likelihood of making the play-in? It's very high right now. I believe they're minus 10,000 to make the play-in because the Grizzlies are behind them and they're tanking. The Clippers are going to fall out. I mean, they'll still be there, but
I mean, even Kawhi Leonard said we're done.
Yeah, we're done. So, what's the likelihood of making the play-in? It's probably pretty high, right? Okay, but what happens if we pull the plug on basically 3 starters and 60-plus points a game? Okay, is that worth it to sacrifice the growth of some guys?
Yeah.
For just the opportunity to go get somebody else.
Not even knowing what you're doing, but the opportunity.
And that's without knowing what other discussions have already been had about potential transactions that might take place this summer. So
Yeah.
that's the thing as a fan that you can't know. Like, what deals do they get close to on the trade deadline, or what frameworks do they discuss around things, and what's more important as far as like setting things up for the future. So that's kind of where I go with it.
It's crazy to think the difference in ownership change that's going to happen here with the Allen estate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tom Dundon coming into the Blazers is a wild.
It's a mystery box.
It's a big mystery box, and it's looking around. It's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Some good, some bad. And I mean, like, you're talking stadium, area around the arena, et cetera, all that kind of stuff.
Business
Plus,
and basketball side.
Business and basketball side are both crazy to where you look at the Seahawks up north, and it's like turnkey.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a Super Bowl champion with everything locked in, a quarterback I can bring back, a bunch of young stars.
I spent $4 billion, and I've got to do all this work for it. Meanwhile, up in Seattle, I'm going to spend $10 billion, and I'm just going to, like, ask where my seat is.
Well, that's where $6 billion does for you.
I guess so.
Useful.
Very, very useful. We'll take a peek at it. The Blazers will take on the Minnesota Timberwolves at home tomorrow night, Tuesday, right? And then they hit a 5-game road trip. Dude, I'm just looking at the Western Conference. There is a 6-game gap between the Clippers and the Grizzlies.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's gonna be
Like
you have to steer out.
Everybody
hard.
is already falling off a cliff. The Kings have 12 wins. They might finish with 12 wins.
What's their streak at? Is it 15 or 16?
16.
They lost last night, right? Yeah.
Yep.
16 in a row.
Dude, even if I wanted this team to be,
It's hard to catch them now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all kind of close there. Utah's 18 wins, Dallas 20, Memphis 21. But next is the Clippers at 27, Blazers at 28. Now, the Clippers are going to try to make the play-in.
I mean,
no matter what.
They really don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's not like they can get a high draft pick. Yeah. But that gap between Clippers and Grizzlies, I mean, Grizzlies aren't very good. Even if Portland,
and they're shutting guys down.
Even if Portland sits Deni and Shaden the rest of the year, I think they're still better than Memphis.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like the modeling is going to show you and kind of lead you which way to go.
Gross.
So we'll see which way it goes.
Gross.